Airport staff stopped a tomb guard escorting a fallen soldier. What happened next will move you. The moment the plane touched the runway, the entire cabin fell silent, but no one knew why. Only one man, dressed in a perfectly pressed ceremonial uniform, sat motionless at the window, his eyes locked on the cargo hold below. He wasn't just a passenger. He was a tomb guard of the unknown soldier, one of the most elite and solemn duties in the United States military. And inside that plane, was the flag-draped casket of a fallen hero he had sworn to escort home. But when airport staff tried to stop him from exiting the plane with the casket, everything changed. The oath of silence. Sergeant Daniel Hayes had spent years walking the marble path at Arlington National Cemetery, guarding the tomb of the unknown soldier in rain, snow, blistering heat, never showing pain, never speaking, never breaking focus. His uniform was flawless. His movements were precise. His devotion was absolute. He had been trained to remain silent and unseen. But today, silence was not an option. The soldier in the casket was Private First Class Tyler Reed, a 19-year-old who had only been in the service for 6 months. Daniel didn't know him personally, but that didn't matter. Every fallen soldier was family to him. I will bring him home, Daniel had promised. The unexpected obstacle. As the passengers began to disembark, Daniel waited. When the flight attendant approached, he stood. I need to remain with the casket, he said softly. She froze. Sir, airport policy states that you must exit with other passengers. The cargo team will handle. No, Daniel replied calmly. I was assigned to escort him. I do not leave him. Confused, she called her supervisor. Minutes later, a uniformed airport manager arrived, clipboard in hand, voice sharp. Sir, this area is restricted. You are not authorized to accompany the remains on the tarmac. Daniel stood tall. With respect, I am authorized. I am a tomb guard. This soldier is not just cargo. The manager frowned. Rules are rules. Please exit the plane. The other passengers watched, whispering. Some assumed Daniel was being difficult. Others sensed something deeper. And then, it happened. Daniel reached into his coat and pulled out a white cotton glove. With trembling hands, he showed them the tomb guard identification badge. Less than 700 people in history had ever earned it. The badge that symbolized eternal honor. The flight attendant covered her mouth in shock. The manager's eyes widened. Please, Daniel said, voice steady but heavy with emotion. This is not just procedure. This is sacred. The call that changed everything. The manager hesitated, then made a call. Within minutes, airport security, airline officials, ground crew, and even a military liaison arrived. They gathered around Daniel as he explained the ceremony, the tradition, the solemn respect. And something shifted in the air. Silence, understanding, reverence. The manager swallowed hard. Sergeant Hayes, we didn't know. Tell us what you need. Daniel took a slow breath. He deserves the honors he was promised. The honor walk. The airport halted a departing flight. Passengers were asked to wait. All ground vehicles stopped. And then, the announcement came over the intercom. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask all airport staff and military personnel to stand by for an honor walk for a fallen soldier. People began to gather at windows, lining the terminal, pressing their hands to the glass. Some stood outside in the cold. Others saluted. Many cried. Daniel walked beside the casket as it was lowered from the cargo hold. Step by step, each movement perfect, ceremonial, dignified. He didn't just walk. He marched with the same precision he used at the tomb of the unknown soldier. Every eye watched in silence. Families held their children close. Even the air felt still. When they reached the hearse, Daniel paused, and raised his hand in a slow, perfect salute. For 30 full seconds, time stopped. The family arrives. A black car pulled up. A mother stepped out, legs shaking, eyes red. Her husband beside her, holding her up. They were Tyler's parents. Daniel approached them quietly. I'm Sergeant Hayes. I guarded your son all the way home. The mother burst into tears and threw her arms around him. I thought no one cared, she sobbed. I thought he died, alone. Daniel's voice broke for the first time in years. He was never alone. He will never be forgotten. A ripple of humanity. One by one, airport staff, baggage handlers, janitors, TSA agents, pilots, passengers, approached the family. Not to take photos, not to stare, but to say thank you. Some knelt, some saluted, some placed their hands over their hearts. Tears ran down faces of people who had never even met the fallen soldier. For a moment, there were no strangers. Only Americans standing together in grief and gratitude. The lesson. Daniel later said, "We live in a world that moves too fast. But sacrifice deserves to make the world stop." This moment went viral, not because of cameras, but because someone in the crowd wrote about what they witnessed. The story spread across the country, reminding millions of the cost of freedom, and the honor owed to those who paid it. Inspiring message. In the busiest places, in the most ordinary moments, humanity can rise. Rules can bend, hearts can open. All it takes is someone brave enough to stand for what is right. True honor isn't silent. True respect isn't convenient. True gratitude is action. The airport staff thought they were just stopping a man from breaking protocol. But they were witnessing a nation remembering its heroes. And because one tomb guard refused to walk away, a fallen soldier was welcomed home with the dignity he deserved.